Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. Cheers. Yum. Hello to Graham's coffee. Hello to my coffee. So, I mentioned that I almost didn't make it to the stream today. I was in such a deep sleep when my alarm went off that I almost, it took all of my energy not to just close my eyes, roll over, and go back to sleep again. Oh, I was so tempted. I figured, what's the worst that could happen? People would be upset with me. I'd be late to my stream, or just don't turn up at all. Wow, such a deep sleep. So, I hope you're all well. I hope you've all had a fantastic week. He said he was okay with his bed. Oh, I said it right. Okay, right. Sorry. Oh, Mr. Stephen Ludgate. Hello, mate. How are you? Hello, Reed. Let's do a quick hello to everyone. So, we've got Rad Madness. Embedded Hobbyist. Hello. Peter. Mike. Wow, did you wet your bed? Mike is up early. Kevin. Hello. Joe. Chipu. Bonsera. Peter. Hi. K-More. Hello. Sorry, I'm scrolling and reading at the same time. Michael, how you doing? Azzy, Andy Calloway. Hello, Dave. Emery, hello. Paul. Ooh, Emery got his new microscope. Just waiting on a part they ship separately. God, I hate when they do that. That is so frustrating. Graham, hello again, and to your coffee. Hey, Marius. Hey, Henrik. Hey, Braden. Rota. Hello, Mr. Ludgate. Already said hi, but I'm going to say hi again. Hi. Again. Andy, hello. Adam Bryant, hi. Moragor, hello. Dave Hines. Welcome. Johnny's here. Rob is here. Hello, Rob. Okay, it jumped. Where am I up to? Wow, I've got to scroll back a lot. Here we go. Hello, Rob. Photochromax. Francesca. Hello. JTax, hi. Bruce Siegel's here. We can all pack it up and go. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired. Carsten, hi. How you doing? So many waves, Andy. So many waves. Adam P, hello. Ah, it jumped again. Okay, well, I'm going to go backwards now. Hello, Alex. Tony LED Matrix. Hi, Helmet. Another one up early. Hi, Michael. I think I've got everyone. Has everyone watched the new YouTube videos? Some crappy quality as usual. You got new videos? I have not. Interesting. I should have my alarm bell set for you, Johnny. Johnny is everywhere. My coffee's not going to last very long today. Not at all. Okay. Hi, Kevin. So, I'm out of Reflow Masters. I'm going to solder up a whole bunch today. And I'm going to use my JBC, which I've been using, which is awesome. Really, really awesome iron. Very happy with it. Really, really good. And what else? So before we get started on that, uploaded a new mailbag video and have a few more in the works. Ooh, mailbag videos. Excellent, Adam. Well, I'll stop for a moment, Braden, while you can go and load up your 3D print. That's okay. I'm happy to go slow mode this morning because I'm kind of feeling like that. So, I need to solder up some headers on a Tiny Pico because I am out. It sounds stupid. I'm out of Tiny Picos in terms of on my bench to test with. But I wanted to talk about, I'm going to switch cameras. And for some reason, I've got really long lag on here. So you might be able to see my hand in the bottom. see the lag on my camera? Anyway, whatever. So, these guys... Let's see if I get some... bit more light. So, this was my I2S audio shield, which I made. With the little speakers. Do you remember I made one and it was wired wrong? I'd missed pulling one of the pins high on the I2C I2S amp, and I also had forgotten to order the speakers. Well, I got them and I built one and it looks really cool, except it doesn't sound great. Why doesn't it sound great? I'm just going to move my chat over so I can see. Well, the volume on the little speaker is super low, even though the specs are the same as my larger speaker. So I redid the board and made room for a larger speaker. So go back to my normal 7.5mm by 7.5mm speaker instead of my 5.5. And the sound is much louder now, but still not great. Now, the thing is with them is that these little amps are not designed to drive these type of little buzzers. They're designed for a coil speaker. And so now I'm kind of in a dilemma about what to do. So I thought I would I'm going to solder up a tiny Pico and put some code on it and play it for you and get your thoughts, which is always a dangerous thing, isn't it? Get your thoughts about what I should do, because, well, let's just get there. Let's just do this. So I'm going to switch cameras. My bench is covered with stuff for Reflow Masters. I've set myself up a shelf cam again. So I've got a shelf cam. Oh, look at that! You can see all my little lollies. So these are yum. I'll show you what these are. I don't know if you get them overseas. They're called Werther's Original. And these are no sugar ones. There's no sugar added to these. So they're, yeah, little, just sucking lollies. They're yum. Anyway, I normally have, you love those? Yeah, I think they taste really nice. They're like a caramelly type of taste. I normally have like sugarless lemon lollies in there. So, yeah, I get a bit of a sore throat sometimes. You can't see me in this view. Hi. I get a sore throat sometimes, and so I just like having something that I can suck on when I get a bit of a sore throat, a bit of a cough. Yeah, the Werther's are yum. Hey, James. Anyway, you can see whatever. So this is my desk. Get this stuff out of the way. It's a bit of a wide shot. You can see me a bit better now. Hopefully, can you guys hear me okay still? Camera's a bit far away. Anyway, I want to solder up these. I know it's not a close view. So the other thing I've done is, this is going to be messy, but I've also done this. Oh, I forgot I've got that view. Okay, but you won't be able to see my face. Now where's my other view? Where did I put it? Where did I put? Okay, hold on. I might have overwritten it. One moment. Oh, right, because it's not plugged in right now. Okay, so I've got another webcam I've set up here now. Oh, come on camera, there we go. It's on the arm, articulated arm. So like last week where I couldn't get the camera in a good position, I've now got an articulated arm webcam over here as well. So I want to get another one of those articulated arms for this side instead of this shelf view, but I haven't got around to getting one yet. So the idea is I'll have my camera here, I'll have my DSLR here for down, and I'll have two articulated arms on each side. So that's the plan, but I haven't got there yet. Anyway, So I need to solder these up. I need a breadboard to solder them on. Breadboard. I'll turn my iron on. And I need some solder. Use some ISO core. Okay, let me just get this done. Get it out of the way. Have I put them in the right spot? Yeah, can everyone hear me okay? Who said chocolate? Yum. Who's got chocolate? I want chocolate. So I've got all of my current boards in, like my tiny picos, in projects right now. Okay, so there's my JBC. And not a lot of light right now. I know you can't, like that's probably, you can't see what I'm doing, that just for the moment. When it lights up outside and the light comes in the window, it'll be better. But right now, not so good. And I haven't got my new glasses yet. I'm still waiting. And I also didn't turn the fan on. And I probably should. That's okay. Can't see the chat. Baby metal? What's baby metal? What am I a fan of? Baby metal? Can someone explain? I don't know what baby metal is. Hey Jonathan. Hey Bolly. Hi to anyone that I haven't said hi to already. If you just jumped in, I'm just soldering up some headers on a tiny pico so I can demo my audio shield, my I2C, I keep saying I2C, my I2S audio shield, and show you the issue I have. I'm just sucking in flux fumes for breakfast. Almost done. Okay. Baby Metal is Japanese female heavy metal band. Right, yeah, I'm not a fan. Why did someone say I'm a fan of that? Oh, I did put this on straight, didn't I? Yeah, good. Why do you think I'm a fan of that? Squeak. Who's squeaking? Hello, Andy Mouse. Okay, so I can now put this in here. And I can get my USB cable. I'll have to flash it. I don't know what code's on there now, but let me load up Arduino IDE. Because I said gimme chocolate. Is that a... Okay. That's funny, Andy Calloway. Hey Sam, tell the other one to send me chocolate. Yes, send me chocolate. Okay. Arduino IDE is loading up. Right, I need to get SD card. So we'll start off with the one that's really hard to hear, and you'll yeah, I gotta flash it. Go on, let's sing the song. Flash. Save every one of us. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, sorry. Sorry. I don't want Sam to order components. People were suggesting that to me. That's not a good use for Sam, personally. Anyway. And let's face it, there's no components to order right now. So, yeah. Compiling, still connecting. Here we go. Oh, I shouldn't have done that while it was... Okay. That must have hit the reset line. So, it's gonna be very... Actually, I don't know what file's on here. Probably the wrong file. Okay, I'll let it compile and build first. I'm gonna have to plug this into my Mac. I was playing around with different MP3 files, and the one that's on there right now is quite soft. What? Where's Mike going? Come on, get in the slot. Stream taken down due to copyright claim for the Queen. For Queen, yeah, okay, well. If they think that my rendition then sounded anything at all like the song, then yeah, I deserve to be copy struck. Come on, eject, thank you. You have to try the caramel error bar. I'm actually not a huge fan of caramel, I have to be honest, but okay, anyway, let's do this. So, my microphone, you can hear my voice right now, how loud my microphone is. This is going to be soft. I can get the microphone closer, but let's just start with this. Assuming it works. Oh, I compiled it. I didn't upload it. I think. What? How about licorice? Yeah, I love licorice. I love licorice. My stomach doesn't love licorice. My gut doesn't. Okay, sorry, it's just uploading. Okay, that's how it goes. There's a little blue light. Oh, it's set to external speaker. Can you guys hear that? I'll move it closer to the microphone, but you're not going to be able to hear it. Can you guys hear anything? It's very faint. Right, that's a little speaker. Right. It's a speaker for ants. It's terrible. Right, so now if I plug in the other board with the bigger speaker, now these speakers are exactly the same spec other than their size. Same spec, different size. See red light, it's loading. Now, I'm not next to the microphone. It's definitely louder. It's much louder. Like, it's at least 5 times louder. So this is the dilemma I've got. Now, if I should solder on a... Let me solder on a pin header so I can plug a speaker in. Let me just quickly do that. Assuming I can get this straight. That's too tall. What can I put on this? keep it kind of straight-ish. Not very. Building towers of headers. No. That'll do. Just for now. Just want to get this soldered on. Hopefully straight-ish. Okay. That is not very straight. I can fix it later. No, that was not a ha. That was just some royalty-free music from YouTube, which you'll hear in a moment. Now, where's my speaker? Right, so if I take one of these, just a regular coil speaker, just this little guy here, and connect it up, if I can find a screwdriver. As you can see, the header's not very straight. So these are designed for external speakers. They're not designed to run off a little speaker on board. And all of the boards that you can buy with these little amps on them, none of them have speakers on them, because they're not designed to drive these type of speakers. I call them speakers, they're buzzers, you know what I mean, right? And the smallest surface mount actual speaker I can find is way too big. Like, I can't fit them on a board. So this is the same thing again. Let's switch it over to external. So the same thing again, but running through an external speaker. And this is away from the microphone, obviously, right? So it's about the volume. I'm not worried about the range, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I don't expect a little onboard speaker to have any type of range, an onboard buzzer. The issue is, I don't know what to do with these boards, because they're, as far as I'm concerned, like, so my current audio shield that I sell has, the analog one, has onboard little buzzer as well as external, right? And the onboard buzzer has got pretty good sound because it's coming from an analog source. It's an analog amp. And the analog amp is okay driving a buzzer. I mean, it's not perfect sound. It's nowhere near as good as an external speaker, but it's considerably better in terms of its loudness to these. Well, I don't want to sell them as an alpha of a proof of concept. The question is it even worth having an onboard speaker? Or do I just ship one of the, like, make a board that just does an external? So, like, that's a SparkFun board. It's just got the amp with external speaker. The same with Adafruit's board. Basically, anyone that makes a board with these amps. Hey, Aaron. Anyone that makes a board with these amps, they don't put onboard buzzers on them because they're not designed to drive an onboard buzzer. But I feel like a board that doesn't have an onboard buzzer is a waste. So I'm not sure what to do. If I should bother making them or not. That's the question. Like, I don't want to sell them as a, here's an alpha. Like, it's got to be intentional design or not. Like, hey, here's a board, it's got an onboard buzzer, but it's useless for anything. Well, not useless, but it's just not loud enough. This is not a headphone amp. It's a speaker amp. You can't plug a headphone into it. Headphones into it. It's not a headphone amplifier. So I was thinking about, like, is there any way that I could amplify the sound coming out? But I don't know. Like it's out of my wheelhouse. Like taking what is clearly speaker output from the amp, because it's speaker output, and trying to amplify that even further. I think I'm going to end up with something that's even worse. And the board's going to just have to get bigger and bigger and bigger to accommodate it. Does it do Bluetooth? No, it's just an amplifier. It's just an I2S amplifier. My Tiny Pico does Bluetooth. But that's different. Like, Bluetooth output's totally different. This is about having a board that has sound, right? Like I've got my audio shield on my my Whopper, for instance, so it's got audio out. Hey Mark, I have seen speakers like that. I don't have room to fit speakers like that. They're all too large. Like the maximum size buzzer I can put on is 8 millimeters. 8 millimeters by 8 millimeters is the largest size. Yeah, so on Discord, but that amplifier with gain is not looking for speaker. Is that speaker input that goes to speaker output, or is that looking for audio input? Because this amp has got speaker output, plus and minus speaker output. Like, I don't know if I can pump that in. It's not like it's a digital to analog signal coming out of a pin. Oh, you mean those type of speakers? Yeah, sure, but that's nothing to do with this though, Mark. Like this, I'm talking about a little speaker that goes on a board. So like, I wasn't sure if, like what's if I put up, so these speakers, let me just switch camera again. How? So these speakers, their output is on the side. There's a little slot just there, right? You might be able to see. Right there, there's a slot. If I can get the light right. That's where the sound comes out. It's not the bottom, it's not the top. Like, I wasn't sure if maybe if I put a slot in the PCB or something, if that would help attenuate the sound. I don't know. But again, the fact is these amps are not, like it says it in the data sheet, they are not designed to drive a magnetic speaker. They're designed to specifically drive a coil speaker. The wattage in this case doesn't really matter, because the issue is what I'm driving a magnetic buzzer, right? I mean, this is not a speaker. It's a magnetic buzzer. Okay, they don't make speakers small enough, actual speakers small enough, and the ones that are small are like $13 each, right? So I'm not looking at a replacement speaker, right? What I'm asking is it worth selling a board that has onboard sound when the onboard sound is fairly useless, in my mind, right? Smartphones use little speakers, different type of speakers, not speakers that I can mount on the board like this. If I use the cup trick, I don't know what the cup trick is. Hey, Paul. So, Quixotic Geeks wants to leave the topic and go straight on to Reflow Masters. So, haven't heard Not My Wheelhouse for a long time. Really? Sorry, I'm just reading back. If the onboard sound is not sufficient, it's not worth having the onboard sound. Right. So does that mean I don't bother making a board at all? I mean, these type of amps aren't really like, these are amps that are designed to be able to play back MP3s and waves and stuff like that, right? Internet radio and whatever. They're not really designed for beeps and bops. Well, that's what I'm worried about, Mike. That, yeah, like I feel like shipping a board with the buzzer and having the buzzer not be overly useful. Yeah. Where's the valve-based amp? Oh, the valve's tucked underneath. Didn't you see? It was right. No, it's not. How many watts is the amp? Good question. Let's go find out. One moment, please. If I can find my data sheet for it, that'd be really helpful. Sorry, I'm looking for... Ooh, what is going on here? What would a Sam voice sound like? I don't know. I don't have a Sam voice playback for that right now. Sorry, just 1 second. Okay. So it's a max. Oh, excellent. I'm currently moving my my stuff over to a Raspberry Pi server internally. And I haven't quite got it there yet. What am I looking for? Amplifier. Okay. Why have I got no datasheet link? Interesting. Okay. I don't want packaging reliability. Where's the datasheet? Yeah, it's something small. It's wattage wise. It's not the issue of the wattage. Okay, it's the issue that they're not designed to drive a magnetic buzzer. Datasheet. Hello. Datasheet link's not working. Excellent website, Maxim. Anyway. Put an accelerometer instead of onboard speaker to make a board useful in props. Right, but you... Okay, thanks, Bruce. Yeah, okay, 3 watts. Sure, but you still need to then put an external speaker. I mean, I could do the same thing with my current audio shield that's an analog shield and get more sound out of it. Coded to work only in IE. Possibly. I don't know. Hey, Jarko, how you doing? Yeah, I've done, that's my thing. I've got 2 Raspberry Pis now set up running off SSD boot drives. I spent all weekend doing that. And now I'm moving stuff over, but I'm upgrading my parts to latest Django and Python 3.9. It was on 3.8, and so there's heaps of stuff that I have to upgrade and work out all the compatibility again. And I've broken some stuff with the SQL stuff. Okay, anyway, let's move on. We're going to move on. I don't know what to do about them. I have 15 of the boards made that have the little speakers, which are pretty useless, but they do have audio out, right? Speaker out, which sounds fantastic. Are you running the whole My Parts on a Raspberry Pi? No, just internal development. The front-facing My Parts is running on Linode. But no, just for internal development. I was developing just locally on my machine, running it locally, but I've moved it over to a Raspberry Pi, an Ubuntu server. So anyway, I've got 15 of these. So what I'm thinking of doing for these ones, these are the ones with the little speaker, right? The one that's not very loud. I'm going to probably just give these away with orders. When people order stuff on my website, I'll throw in one of these. Although I haven't done any packaging for them or any printout cards or anything. Yeah, like I don't know if I want to do that and invest more. I've only got 15 of them. These ones I've only got 5 prototype boards. So yeah, use them for annoying pranks. Not the great selling point. Hey, here's an audio shield for annoying pranks. So I'm happy to give these ones away, but yeah, I just don't know if it's worth productizing the other one, the bigger one or not. Okay, could you supply an earphone with them? An earphone, as in, I don't know what you mean by earphone, as in headset. These amps are not designed to drive earphones. They're not earphone amps, they're speaker amps. They're different types of amps. Like you need a completely different type of amp preamp setup if you're running speakers. But no, I'm not supplying headphones. Firstly, there's no headphone jack on them, so that won't help. You mean the single ear one? But what would that be useful for? If I have to supply it with some other form of something to be able to hear it, that defeats the purpose. Annoyatron. Okay, let's do some Reflow Master soldering. Because I have orders and I can't ship. I want to ship today and I can't because I don't have any built. Because I ran out on the weekend. Okay. So, I feel like I want to move that camera closer, but I don't know where to put it. Not really anywhere I can stick it that's going to be a better view, I don't think, without... Yeah. The buzzer is just right for playing annoying insect sounds. Well, the little one is so soft that you can't even, I don't know, add a mic and some buttons and make a walkie-talkie shield. Okay, anyway, talk about going off on a tangent. Don't forget to save my life. Yeah, I should. So I've got 9 boards here that I need to build. These are all flashed, ready to go, tested. I've also got another 18 on panels. Here we go. That I haven't even pulled apart yet. But I want to get at least these 9 built today. Woo. Actually, what I can do, I can work over here to start with. It's still going to take some time to get all this set up better. I need to install buttons. Install buttons. I don't know if I can make a shield for the Tiny Pico to make a tiny doorbell. So camera, sensor, and button. Maybe a small screen. Yeah, on a Tiny Pico? No. You need something a little bit bigger than a Tiny Pico size to get all that on it. Okay, here's some buttons. Lots of buttons. Okay. Now, if anyone finds this boring, sorry. I can't solder until I've installed buttons and stuff. Oh, those boards look spiffy. Cheers. Hey, Eric, how you doing, mate? Which boards look spiffy? These ones or my Audio Shield ones? No noise in the world, mosquito close to your ears when you're asleep. Oh, tell me about it. I'm actually allergic to mozzies, to mosquitoes. I often get very bad, like my bites really swell up. They blow up. Like I have I think, I don't know what the word is, like anaphylactic type of reaction to mosquito bites. So yeah, when I'm in bed and I hear a buzz near my ear, I jump up and I'm out of bed and the lights are on. I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I pull out my swatter and I am jumping on the bed trying to swat mozzies. And I wake Yaz up and she's not happy, but she also thinks it's quite funny. You slap yourself. Yeah, the problem with slapping yourself is the only person that wins. The only thing that wins is the mozzie. Because you don't get the mozzie and you hurt yourself slapping yourself. And you still get bitten 30 seconds later. So, the problem with the way they pack these buttons in the bags is it makes all the pins bent. Which is really annoying. Okay, that's 2. Quick, everybody, post your best push button puns. I can't even think of any. Once I dreamed I was angry and actually threw my arm out. Okay. Don't push my button. None of the... Got the berry reference. What was your reference? I missed what I missed. Button. Who's got the button? My money's on the witch. I don't know what that's reference to. But, so who else completely binged Shadow and Bone? Anyone? Shadow and Bone, did you binge? Do you know what I'm talking about? I've got lots of buttons. I've got bags and bags of buttons. Once I dreamed I was awake and I woke up and I was. Bruce is halfway. It's I completely binged it. So I had never heard of the series, the books before I saw the trailer on Netflix. It's a Netflix, season 1 just came out. It's based on some fantasy novels. Like everyone's trying to cash in on the Game of Thrones. I shouldn't say cash in. I mean, that's not true. I mean, people have been making series on fantasy stuff for a long time, but there's a lot of renewed energy now in making really high quality fantasy stuff because of Game of Thrones. Anyway, it's based on some books that I'd never heard of before. And it was, yeah, I didn't know what to expect from it. And it was really, yeah, I really liked it. Like, really good, compelling characters and pretty good story. And visually, really well done, I think. I tried working with Schrodinger button, but couldn't ever work. Pressed or not pressed. That's really funny. Okay. Gotta push them down. Make sure they're in. That's 5. Still have a fever, just in a brief lucid, but when I'm cooking something, then back to bed. Are you not well? Exotic Geek, I'm really sorry to hear. Chicken soup. Make chicken soup. Some of your dreams can be turned into epic movies. You think Think so, Reed? I don't think any of my movies would be any of my dreams would be entertaining to anyone. Most of them involve code and me crying. Negative test result. Good to hear. Is this a button I see before me? Out, damn button. Out. I wasn't crying, but now no. What? Pink Floyd for who? Now I'm just comfortably numb. Yes, Pink Floyd reference. That was definitely a Pink Floyd reference. Sorry, I'm trying to read and not stab myself with the buttons. These are really sharp. Almost done. So I was speaking of dreams. Who has dreamed in code and written it the next morning and had it work? Me. Not dreamed in code, but I often find solutions to my coding problems in my just before I fall asleep, and then I'm really frustrated because I want to get up and try it, but I make myself wait till the morning. And most mornings I remember what it was, but some mornings I don't. Well, we're doing lots of song references now. Okay, last one. As in last board. And now last button. I have to check them all because sometimes all the pins don't go through. And I don't realise till after I've soldered some pins. That's a pain. So I've started working back on my Reflow Master Pro code. Porting it to the latest MicroPython. Porting it to the latest Async.io. I got the Wi-Fi stuff working again yesterday, or some of it anyway. I'm going to move to a new web server library. So that's happening. Yay. Okay, buttons. I need to order some more. Anyway, buttons are in. Now we have to solder. I feel like I want to sit here and solder them here. Not there, but I can't move my... Should I move my iron? If I move my iron, I can actually solder here. And maybe that'll be better. Maybe I'll do that. Turn it off. Unplug it. Oh, it's really heavy. It's a really solid iron. Now I just need a cable. Won't be a second. I'm just going to crawl under my desk and unplug the cable. Will that reach? Oh, that'll even reach. So it comes with a really long cable. Okay. And now that I can get to my mouse now, my iron is in front of me. Yay. So I can get rid of the other camera angle. Okay, except now I've got no save my life. That's okay. I'll live. Why is my server not doing what I want it to? I don't know. I said the same thing myself the other day. Okay, let's... The only problem is my camera's far back. That's okay. Here we go. Okay. Yay. Really comfortable iron, by the way. Very comfortable to work with. Don't forget your cork pads. No, I don't need cork pads for this because nothing hot's touching. Or shouldn't be anyway. Okay. This is going to be Smokey. Smokey and the Bandit. At least you get to see better the soldering. Not that it's that exciting. It's going to move around a bit though. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not actually... I need to change my glasses. I need to put my other glasses on, but then I can't see the chat. I need more light. Aziz! Light. I'm trying to think what I can do about light. Hold on. Maybe I can set up one of my old... I haven't used in ages. One of my little light stands. I don't really use them much anymore. But it might be good just to get some light for me on the desk. You guys got more light through the aperture of my camera than I've actually got to work with. Ooh. So that's quite shadowy. And it's in my eyes. Okay, I'm going to do it to the roof. God, I haven't used these in ages. Okay, that's better. I can drop that down a bit. Okay. Well, I can see better now. That's good. Okay, one. Matt is here. Where's Matt? Who's Matt? What? What? Where's my cork? I don't need my cork, guys. Because the other side of the buttons don't get hot when I'm soldering these. Probably should use my other iron tip. I've got a bigger tip, but I'll give you a tip. Use a bigger tip. The bigger, when you're soldering pins, the bigger the tip, the better. It's gonna be cold coffee. Okay. Cork to catch the flux splashes. Nah. Nah. Cleans off easily enough. This is lead free, which is why it's like this, why it's sometimes it's a bit hard to get started. I don't use lead on anything I ship. Lead free solder paste, lead free solder. I don't like working with lead free solder like this. It's really not, it's hard to use. But I could probably turn my iron up a little bit in terms of temperature. I should also get some thicker solder for doing pins. It'd probably be easier. Okay, it's 3. Lead will kill me. Not as fast as the flux fumes of lead free. I'm pretty sure there's many other things I do that'll kill me sooner. So I'm in the middle of a large production run at the moment. And the oven fumes are really giving me headaches at the moment, which is not great at all. When my oven's just running all day, it's a bit of a problem. I'm going to have to now work out some more fume extraction in my garage to keep all the toes. What? He's not using a binder? Sorry, I'm missing a whole lot of chat today. A board that was designed like it was made in the 80s. I shit you not, draw CAD made from rectangles and polygon areas. Boards drawn with tape look better. Really? So who's broken his toe? Sorry, I'm missing lots of chat. Sorry. Did some hand soldering today and put headers on dead boards. Checked it under the microscope and it looked good. I thought for sure I fried it when I plugged it in. Turns out the USB port was off. Oof, lucky. Should be an easy fix, Reed. God, I need some soldering music. Or something. If you can hear it buzzing, it's my heater. My back deck was frozen over this morning when I got up. When I came out to my office. The Iron 6 doesn't need ventilation. It doesn't. Not compared to other ovens. But it really depends on what you're reflowing in it and how long and how often, right? And how small the space is. I mean, it does have some pretty good filtering inside. Like, at a guess, I'd say it compared to, you know, the type of smell I used to get out of the T962A, which I don't have anymore, by the way. I sold it. But compared to that, it reduces, you know, it gets rid of at least 80%, I'd say, of the smell and fumes. But it's still, like, my garage area is quite small. And there's no ventilation in it, right? So it builds up in there. It'd be fine if the garage itself had ventilation. That would take care of the atmosphere inside the room. So I do all the little pins first, and then I go back and do all the other sides from the other way. Trolleys are very dangerous. Okay, I'm really missing all the chat. I'm really sorry. I dropped a trolley jack on my foot, and broke my big toe. Holy moly! Oh, I tell you what. I mean, I've broken not my big toe. I've broken my second toe, the one next to my big toe, and like on one foot, and both my little toes are almost permanently broken. On both my feet. Like, broken toes really sucks because you can't do anything about it. Like, if it's a little toe, all you can do is splint it and wait. And a big toe, I guess you can put a cast on your foot. I'm doing 2 of the 4 pins because it's the wrong side to get the other pins. So I do 2 pins, the little ones, and then I turn them around and do the other side. So I'm right-handed, so it's too hard to get to those pins, right? So then I'd turn it around like this and do the other side. But I tend to do that second. I don't know. Just the way I do it. Just the routine I've got myself into. Is it index toe? I don't know what it's called. The second toe. Anyway. My poor little toes. And I've also dislocated my thumbs. My left hand too many times. I've fallen out of trees, off roofs, off my bike more than I can count in the last 40 years. This is my first break. Wow. That is crazy. Has Sion said anything about the time-of-flight sensors for the mask? Did they work? For the stencil printer, I haven't, but it is still here. It is not connected to my stencil printer because I'm in the middle of a production run right now and I don't want to mess with my printer, but it is all Ready for this? All wired up, all spaghetti. I went and made custom. I went and got new DuPont wires and made custom harnesses for each one. Right. So I got all the sensors on now. I got 5 sensors, all with custom connectors, all wired the same. You see, color wise, to not mess with my stuff. So, and I've got some long ones and short ones. So these are really long ones, and these are short ones for the front and back. And I do have code running on here. Hang on, let me... I don't know what's going to happen if I boot this up. Oh, that needs micro B. Where's my micro B cable? I don't know if that's plugged in. Might be. Okay. There we go. Oh, failed to grab one of the sensors. Must be unplugged. Anyway, I've been playing with code, reading sensors. But I haven't got any further than that right now because I've had to go back into production. So it's just sitting on my desk right now. Lots of wires everywhere, which I've probably obviously pulled one of them out. So does it solve, like, is it a solution yet? I don't know. I haven't got there. Right now I need to build another 500 boards. And once I've, actually no, 700 boards. And once I've built the 700 boards, then I will be able to play with the stencil printer again. See, it's much easier to get these pins from this side than it is to go from the other side. Why are we talking about peanut butter? Come on. I mean, this iron for lead free is much better than my previous iron. It has 5 sensors. Yes. The one I've got right now has got 5 sensors. Yes. One for each corner of the board and one underneath the PCB. So it can determine what height it should be offset from the PCB. Looks like you need a little wave soldering setup. Yeah, that'd be nice, but I mean, hand soldering is definitely on the bottom of the list of the things I enjoy doing. But now that I've got a decent iron, it's less frustrating, but still, yes. A lot of pins to solder. Why would you automate something you enjoy? Yeah, I don't enjoy. As I said, not my favorite thing to be doing. Like these, like once these buttons are done, then I have to do the headers. And then I have to do the screw terminals. So, you know, there's a lot of hand soldering on each Reflow Master. Come on. Still need to be wearing my other glasses so I can see what I'm doing. Hopefully I'll get a phone call today from my optometrist letting me know that my new glasses are ready. Yeah, I don't do, very rarely do I do a surface mount with the iron. I'd rather just stick some paste on it and yeah, and then hot air it. I'm still using my old hot air gun. I haven't bought anything new. I was tempted to buy one of those ones we looked at a few streams ago, but I haven't yet. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a break from this. The fumes are disgusting. Okay. Can you also ship all the boards and parts to the Netherlands and we'll solder them for you? Well, I can't really test the board properly unless they're assembled. So, no, I don't ship them not assembled. Yes, it's JBC. Will this camera angle show it? No. Yeah, it's a. I can't get underneath the camera right now. But yeah, I got myself a JBC, and this is just a standard handle. I didn't get the micro handle, whatever it's called, because I found tips that are small enough. Like if you look at this, and that's a 0.2 millimeter tip. I mean, that is ample for when I'm, if I need to do any rework on cure fans or anything. So I didn't really need the micro handle. Are you going to assemble them and ship them back? Yeah, thank you very much for the offer, but that would make them very expensive. Like just the shipping alone. Yeah. I mean, if you want to fly down here and spend some days here soldering, that'd be awesome, JTAX. Anyway, that's really sharp. So I got that, and I have also a bent tip as well. Or cartridge, I should say. I've been to the Netherlands, and it is really far. 27 hours. Pretty far, yeah. Cold coffee. I'm just taking a break. Clear my throat. If I pay for the flight, I'm pretty sure that's also going to be expensive. But thank you. Yeah, every Reflow Master you assemble is going to cost $399. I don't think there even are flights at the moment, are there? I don't know. Maybe I will take the 4 that I just did all the buttons for and put some headers on. Let's get 4 of them built. I need to get all 9 built, but we can start with 4. Let's keep going. Where saved my life on the other table. That's where. On the other table. Okay, header. Little foot. So it sits straight. Okay. I use a $5 USB fan. I've got one. I've got a little fan, but the power connector for it I'm using for something else right now. So yeah. And I've got my Hacko clone, but it's really loud. Yeah, come on. Ooh, straight. Oh, what am I doing? Finish it. Or a wall wart with USB. Yeah, my PCB fan, custom one I made, needs a DC barrel jack. Like it doesn't run off USB. It's a 12 volt. So I normally don't solder at this table. So if I can get that articulated arm, the second one, set up the second USB webcam on that side of the table, then I will be able to solder at that table and be able to use my Save My Life, which is really great, by the way. Don't think boats are that slow these days. What? He's going on a boat? Australia's too far, I hate planes. I'd go if there was a teleporter, or maybe a teleporter. Wouldn't that be a great thing? The problem with flying, like I'm not a huge flying fan. Flying fan. Wow, doesn't even sound right. In terms of like I can't sleep on an aeroplane. And you know, I just sit there watching lots of movies and whatever, and then I, you know, feel exhausted afterwards and whatever. But the issue with flying for me is not like, you know, I mean, I've done plenty of 20+ hour flights. Too many, unfortunately. But it's the 4 or 5 hours or 6 hours before and the however many hours after each flight, getting into the airport, hanging out the airport, you know, waiting for your flight to take off, then the flight, then landing and all the shit at the other end of the airport. It's all that stuff that really makes flying even worse for me. Like, it's like standing waiting around for your bags, and or standing waiting around for check-in. Just frustrating. Australia is really strict with immigration. Not really. Oh, stream's dying. Just everyone refresh. Ooh, okay. Seems to be going okay for me. No, our immigration laws aren't too bad. Ish, I guess. I don't know. Not strict to anyone else, they just have a TV series. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know what the deal is with our immigration. I know we don't have a great track record at the moment or ever when it comes to asylum seekers. I mean, we're not the only country in this situation, but yeah. But I'm gonna stay out of that conversation. That's very political. Probably safer if we just bypass that. We have a dedicated TV show in the UK just for Aussie immigration. Yeah. I used to enjoy watching like some of those airport shows. See the stupidity of some of the people. Okay. One more set of 14-pin headers. I mean, if you're a normal person who actually sorted out a holiday visa and doesn't have a suitcase full of knives, then, then you're fine. Yeah, or that doesn't make any explosive jokes at the airport because they think it's funny. Yeah. Good night. Who's going? Tishipu's going? Bye, Tishipu. Play it. Home and Away reruns. No. Why reruns? Home and Away is still current. It's still a real show. How many years is it now? It's been going for? And it hasn't improved as a show. Anyway. Doesn't try to work in the AU with a tourist visa. Well, that's pretty much the same anywhere. if you get caught. Anyway, good night, Dishipu. Have a good sleep. Thanks for joining. Okay, so that is headers. Now, screw terminals. And I have bags and bags and bags of screw terminals. So many screw terminals. Except they look like a different colour to last time. Hey, Monster Mark. I love my Reflow Master too. I still use it all the time. Hang on a second. Yeah, that's annoying. These are a different colour. Look at that. Might not be obvious so much on the stream, but let me put white underneath it. Something white. Anything white. Here we go. Can you see the difference in colour? You might think that's minor, but that's really annoying for me. Oh. Okay, anyway. Because now they're not going to match the 2-pin. No, they're both glossy plastic. You see, they're two different colours now. Oh, that's really annoying. From the same supplier. Same supplier I always buy from. This is like my 4th order. A big ripe cheese. What? Young Doctors was great. Oh my god, Young Doctors. Hey Michael. Young Doctors. That was a long time ago. So these are going to now look really... I don't know. Like, I'm going to notice that. I'm going to notice the different colours. That's going to frustrate me. Chris Brown. Yeah, Chris Brown's... He's actually a really funny guy. Yeah, I like him. I like watching him. Got a new master bat. I don't know. Doogie Howser. Yeah. Wow. Like, if you really think about it, what a silly idea for a show. Doogie Howser. Okay. The different colours would really annoy me, yeah. Well, like if I wouldn't have said anything, I don't think anyone would have ever noticed when they get one. I don't have a choice though. I'm going to have to use what I got. Like I can go back to the supplier and say, hey, the colour you sent me was wrong. I'm pretty sure they'll say, but you ordered blue and we sent you blue. And it is blue. I mean, at least they're not like, you know, blue and black or whatever, but still. I mean, it's not terrible, but I'm always going to know. Always going to know. Oh, well, lucky I'm not going to send one your way, Reed. Are you tired of milk falling out of your pockets? Try cheese. What is that from? Even worse when they don't tighten. Yeah, I should probably check them, shouldn't I? I've been very lucky. Like I think I've had to replace one screw terminal once. obviously, one screw terminal. Yeah. Yeah. And I wasn't even 100% sure that it was faulty, but it was just safer to replace it. So, oh, come on. As I said, I really don't like soldering with lead-free. Really painful. Don't think I got that one properly. And I don't think it actually, after they go through the ultrasonic cleaner, I don't think they even look as nice. Like, the joints are nowhere near as shiny. I much prefer the look of leaded solder after cleaning. Catch you later, Colin. Thanks for joining. Are they supposed to face inwards? Yes, they face inwards to force the cables to come together, and that way rather than stick out. Otherwise, if they're other way around, the cables would stick out sideways, and the case would have to be like 50% bigger to not rip the cables, to not bend them around. Every time Elliot have their mini ovens and special buys, I say this is the time to get one, and you never do. Yeah, their ovens are good, I gotta say. I've still got that oven here I need to hack. Oh, so many things. So if you want to know why or how I'm getting them so straight every time, like I've just done one pin, it's because every time I get new boards made, every time I get new PCBs fabbed, I keep refining the holes for the screw terminals, making them slightly smaller and smaller until there's no wiggle room left inside them for them to go in not straight. So now the only times I have issue where a screw terminal doesn't go in straight is when the actual pins on the screw terminals are bent or something. Oh, come on. Random question. My feet are hurting bad. I just got on from work. Sole sore and blistered. General household relief. Soak them. Soak them in some not hot, warm water. Do you have any something like Radox? I don't know if that's a brand in Australia or overseas. Like Radox is like a bath salt. Is that a legit question, by the way? I don't know. Yeah, Epsom salts. Yeah, Radox. We have a brand here called that. Wait till they change the pins. Right, so that's what happened. They changed the pins on my 2-pin ones. So, like if you look at my 4 pins, they now, like I put them in. Okay, that fell out because I shook it. But like it's fairly tight, right? Tolerance wise, like But in the last batch of 2 pins, the pins were, I don't know, smaller maybe. I don't know. Anyway, and so I need to make those holes smaller again. But then I'm worried that I'll get big pins. Trolley jacks can, yeah. Like whenever you got sore feet, yeah, get a hammer and smack your thumb with a hammer, and your feet won't hurt. It's true. It's true. I read it on Google. See, that one had bent pins. Okay. Getting up for 5 hours to go to work. Oh, go to sleep, dude. I appreciate you being here, but go to sleep. Go, go, go. I feel bad. I need another coffee. I'm going to finish soldering these, and then I'm going to make a coffee, and then I will flash and test them. Well, they should already be flashed. Then I'll test them. I'll get screens and test them. What's the time? Almost 8 o'clock. I think it's coffee time. Okay, so we have 4. Wow. Yay, 4. Whew, that felt like forever to get to 4. Okay, I'm gonna smack myself with the iron. Someone remember the Love Boat. Ah, I remember the Love Boat. If only I could sing. Our brains have a pretty clever gating mechanism for pain, silly trauma, training, and its factoids. Really bad necking. Badly necking me. What? Groovejet. Yeah, really bad. Badly necking me. What's necking you? What did I miss? Thanks, I'll do your shizzle. What? What? You're not going to smack yourself with a thumb up. Right. The hammer thing, yeah, you just tried it. It doesn't work. Of course it works. Your feet won't hurt you at all until your thumb stops hurting you. One trick I used to hold seal connectors in the PCB for hand soldering is to offset every second hole. Yeah, I mean, that's what I used to have on my, well, my headers I've got. They're offset. Oh, can't see. Wrong camera. Yeah, but these are fine. Like, as you can see, I only had to adjust one of them when I was soldering. Chat is descending into madness. Well, while it's descending into madness, I am going to go make another coffee. So, hopefully some of you will stick around, and if some of you need to go to sleep, I totally understand. But I think let's do a toilet and coffee break. Okay, folks? Let's do it. Back soon. Okay, back. I'm back, and I'm gonna take my hoodie off. Okay. So, we lost a few people, but that's okay. I understand. I've got my coffee, which is super important. Playing with a pico while making coffee. No. Talking to my wife. Saying good morning. Now, we need screens. Da-da-da. And I need standoffs. Where's my standoffs? Where did I put my standoffs? That's not good. I'm missing a container of standoffs. Oh, here they are. Oh, what an idiot. The important people are still here. Great to know, Andy. The fact that I was away during that means that I'm not important. Oh, dropping frames. Wake up, OBS. Come on. You can do it. Okay. Okay, so, screens. 1. Where's Paul the Count today? That's okay, JTEX. That's cool. People don't have to stick around for my streams. That's okay. And people don't have to focus or concentrate. I know many people do things and have me on in the background. Some people even use my streams to fall asleep. Okay, 4 screens. And now I need standoffs. Okay, sorry, it's getting a bit tight on the table. Actually, I'm not going to put standoffs on now. I'm going to wait because they're going to be ultrasonically cleaned. But what I do need is one of those and I need a power switch and a speaker to test them. Would someone like a speaker? Here's the speaker. Little speakers. Okay, so, and a screwdriver. Where is my screwdriver gone? Wow, one day I'll get organised. I've rearranged my desk now because I've just moved stuff. Oh, my screwdriver is out in the other room, I bet you. That's annoying. Okay, I'll have a smaller one. Use this one. Okay, so no, not that one. Is it small? Oh, that's a small one. Okay. Yeah, that one's no good. Okay, I'll get there. What about this? Okay, so no one here ordered an RFM, a Reflow Master. What? So what's the question, Michael? Has anyone ordered one at the moment? Listening to me is better than counting sheep. I don't know if I should be offended or what's the other word? What's the other word than offended? Not offended? Do I feel good about that? Oh, if someone ordered one, I could sign it live. Yeah, I will. If someone orders one right now, I'll sign it live. So I've got some good news. Flattered, that's the word. Thank you. Flattered. Couldn't think of that word. Adafruit today, hopefully, will receive, or they're today, which is their tomorrow, whatever, will receive their Tiny S2s and their Tiny Pico USB-Cs. I don't know how long it'll take them to process them, to put them into their store, but you'll very soon be able to buy those from Adafruit, for those of you in the States. How cool is that? Okay, plug it in. The switch is always in the on mode. Boop, boop, boop. Testing. Okay, all the buttons work. Grab a thermocouple. Thermocouple works, as you can see if I disconnect it. It shows error. A bit hard to read that in this camera, but it says error, TC error 1. And if you look up on the documentation, it says no thermocouple found. And if I just touch the pins, it reads the temperature. Yes, that is loud. On purpose, folks. On purpose. Maybe the button presses don't need to be, but the buzzer needs to be loud when it goes beep, beep, beep to tell you that it's done. Okay, so that's one good board. I don't know why I brought it. I just needed one screen for now just to test. So this now has to go in the ultrasonic cleaner. So this now has to be disconnected. And yes, a test jig kind of thing would be nice, but there's no easy way of doing a test jig that can also guarantee that the screw terminals work. So the only way to test these properly is to screw them in with the screw terminals. So yeah. Yeah, jig wouldn't help. No. Can you imagine if I tested it on a jig and then I connected all this stuff up and I shipped it and the screw terminals didn't work? That would be a disaster. Difference between a rig and a jig. I don't know. The JS crowd. What? Are we talking JavaScript? What are we talking about? Or a gig, a test gig. Is a test gig like a sound check? Johnny would never use a non-typed language in the background. I mean on the server. On the back end, right? It's not background, back end. Oops. So obviously you can't start a reflow or bake because there's no thermocouple present. Larry Bank made libpng way faster. What? What are we? I don't know what we're talking about. Okay. Another good board. That's the best note tone ever. Wah wah. Yeah, it just... I don't know if that's sarcasm or not, Eric. Yeah, I know what libpng is, but I'm not sure what the reference is to Larry Bank making it faster. Pogo's levering down on the screws will give you... Well, no. The issue is testing that the screw works. If a screw terminal is broken, the... so I'm soldering a pin. That pin's not soldered properly. If a screw terminal is broken, it won't screw down properly. It won't hold the wire in place, and you're not going to know that by testing the top of the screw terminal. That's the problem. You have to talk the talk before you can walk. What we're talking about? Larry Banks is our resident code performance wizard. I don't know who Larry Banks is. Or are you talking? Is that Mr. Optimization? Is that what we're talking about? But you only tested 4 of them. What about the others? I test them after. Right now I'm testing, what I'm doing right now is testing that all the pins here work. And then afterwards I test the rest of the stuff. You really don't want me going through doing the whole test right now. Trust me, you really don't. Oh, it is Mr. Optimization. Right, okay, cool. Now I understand the relevance. The relevance. So, yeah, when I do a final assembly, when I put the standoffs on and I do the, like when I actually screw in the final speaker and switch and everything and have a final Reflow Master packed, that's when I've gone through and done the rest of them. And as I said, I've only had one screw on one terminal not work the entire time since I moved to these the 5.08 size screw terminals. So I'm pretty confident they're okay. But yeah, I'm confident enough that I will not test them all before I ultrasonically clean. But maybe that'll bite me in the ass this time. Dun, dun, dun. Yep. Isn't this fun? Are we having fun yet? Like, this is so much work per Reflow Master. Like, when I'm doing a batch of Reflow Masters, I need to set aside like a whole day just to get, you know, 10 or 12 of them done. See, that screw looks a bit wonky. Right, no, it was just unscrewed a bit. Okay. How do you Sam demo go at the MicroPython meetup? It was actually... it didn't go... It worked well, but I just started working on the UI and touch interface for it, and I hadn't implemented a mute option. And so Sam kept listening and talking while I was trying to talk to everyone. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Like Sam just kept interrupting everything I was saying. Speaking of which, there's a MicroPython meetup tonight. I don't know if I'm going to go though. I'm so tired, and I've got so many boards to build. I'd like to get this large order out by the end of the week, but I don't know. I don't even know what's happening with the conversation. Python's pretty performant. Sorry. Anyway. I'm not going to get into this conversation. Nope. Let's test this first. Okay. Good. So that's 4. 4 done. But they've got to be cleaned. Shall we keep soldering? What's the time? 8:20. I don't want to just ultrasonically clean 4. It's a waste of doing a run on the cleaner. That last sheet and no more in reach is a bugger. The what? Okay. That's 4. Coffee. So I'm trying to read the chat and work out what's going on. What chemical? I don't use chemical ultrasonic cleaners. That's why I don't use, or I try not to use no clean. Flux, I try to use water-based flux. My camera's over there, but my OBS is over here. I'm going to move that over here, and my chat, so I can look at the camera. That's why I try to do everything water-based, because I use a water-based cleaner. So it's got no chemicals in it. The chemicals for no clean is really nasty. They're not good for the environment, and they're not good for you at all. They're quite hazardous. So, and they stink. Water without the ions. Now, it's water without the ER. What? Okay, that was a bad joke. Bad joke. No, it's proper cleaner, but it's safe. Safe for plastic, safe for your hands, safe for the environment. Well, like you don't put it down the drain, but it's very different to the chemical stuff that has to be disposed of. You know, demonetized water. Yeah, it's demonetized water. I feel like I should do some more soldering. I feel like if I stop now, I'm going to leave all these ones half finished. Oh, but so much more soldering. 5 more. I've only done half the boards on these, half the buttons, remember? We reached that time of the stream when the chat has degraded into toilet humour. That's like the first 3 minutes of the chat. What are you talking about? No, the Reflow Master could not run on an AT Tiny or an 8052 based microcontroller with no problem in C or assembler. Sorry, Chris. You're right, it could, if you don't want a graphical colour screen that's in any way responsive. Sure. But, no, otherwise, no, it can't. So, yes. Can the algorithm that controls an SSR and read a thermocouple, yes, absolutely. But that's not what Reflow Master is about. And I'm not running Python on this. I mean, these are running C. And they're running a SAMD at 48 megahertz. And the screen still doesn't display fast enough. So, yeah. Nothing wrong with Python on microcontrollers. At all. Nothing at all. It's friend that anyone could have. Hangover. Alan is hilarious. What? What are we talking about? Okay. Yeah, there's too much anti-Python on microcontroller sentiment out there by people that don't understand how it works. You know, and let's face it, most people not in the commercial space don't even tax 5% of the microcontroller that they're developing on when they're using C. Has anyone got, hey Randall, have any musical product, sequencer, mixer? Me? You asking? Or other people? I don't. I love listening to music. I'm not musically inclined. I used to play the drums, and Flynn is learning the drums now, but no. Used to interface with quite complex HMIs on low-spec micros in the 1990s. Okay. Well, anyway. So, I can tell you right now that I'm not happy with the draw speed on these screens in C with a SAMD 21 at 48 megahertz. So, you know, is it okay? Is it usable? Absolutely. Is it the perfect user experience for me? No, it's not. So, yeah. Used to feel that way, but you brought up my first custom board running CircuitPython this week. Ooh, excellent, Chris. I mean, Python on a micro is not for everyone and not for everything. But people keep thinking that you can't get performance out of Python on a micro, and you can. Absolutely you can. Firstly, you can drop into C modules and run all your performance stuff in C, which is as fast as writing in C. Or you can inline C or assembly in your MicroPython code if you need performance. So why would Python be slow? No, it's hardware. It's not software speed, guys. Anyway, no. Hardware SPI running as fast as the screens can go is still bottlenecked by the CPU core. Can't be bothered learning Python? You should learn Python. Python's cool. It's the overhead that kills you. What overhead? Let's move to C#. I used to code in C# for a decade, every day of my life. And I'm glad to not be coding it anymore. Yeah, it's a frustrating tangent because the people that don't believe Python's fast will never believe it's fast. And so, yeah, we should just, yeah. Let's go to a different topic. What different topic can we go to? Looking around my office. Wow. Still haven't fixed my other Prusa. I really need to. And I still haven't unpacked the MMU. I need to unpack that. I'm enjoying a bit of Python lately, but fun for some things. Yeah. The couch is clean. Well, and empty, except my jacket's on it now. If you only know Python, who's going to write your C code? Someone else. PCB inspection chassis, has that been designed yet? It's not, but all the rest of my stuff finally arrived a few days ago. So, here is the bag of the T intersections that I was waiting for. Let me show you one of those. I was waiting for these. I didn't want to... I was trying to avoid using these corner ones, right? I've got these. So these let you really easily align corners, like if you're building a cube type space. So they arrived, and I've got stacks more T-nuts. I've got a whole bunch of machine screws, all different sizes. I've got some, obviously, flat ones, whatever they're called, can't remember. And normal machine screws, some more corners. Like, I've got more accessories than I'll ever need right now. Oh, who's going? Andy's going. Catch you later, Andy. Squeak, squeak. Take care. But one of the things I want to build also, although I'm going to have to get some more aluminium, some more extrusion, is I'm going to build myself some drawers for under my desk. I have an idea for how I want to build some shallow drawers for all of my tools that I work with at my desk that'll slide out from underneath. So it's actually really hard to buy under desk attached sliding drawers that aren't either little plastic crappy ones or that are a decent enough size to hold what I want, but that aren't super thick. Hello, Mark. There are options for everyone. Python works well on microcontrollers now. People want to use it, so let them. Free choice. Exactly. Hey, Mark. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. See, no, the charm hose is still sitting in the corner somewhere. It is sitting in the corner somewhere. Yep. It is banished. It is banished. Anyway, so I want to design some drawers. So I need to buy myself some fixing a Pi CM4 board. Is that for your test jig, Mark? Does it have the dunce hat on? No, it's not even good enough to have a hat. I'm not wasting money on a hat. Did you blow it up? So I need to buy some V wheels. Yeah. I need to buy V wheels, and I've got an idea in my head of a 3D printed bracket that I would attach to the bottom of my desk with V wheels that will allow me to slide a desk in and out, made out of extrusion. And the idea is that, wow, I've got a lot of extrusion sitting here. I still haven't even opened it all up, but if I make some space, maybe. So I'm thinking that if I made a desk, a drawer, just out of extrusion, 2020 extrusion, that, and if I put some EVA foam as the base, so there'll be a base on it, right? Like something thin, like a MDF or something, and then some EVA foam that I can either laser cut out of it or not, maybe. Then this would be so if you look, can I get further out? So something this size. So that's, if you look at the length here, oh, there we go. I can fit it all in. Right? So another bit here, and then some handles, and then I'd be able to, this would be perfect for all of my, like my screwdrivers and my pliers and my whatever. So 600 wide by 200 deep, and build 2 of them, and then have them on the side with V-wheels, V-groove wheels, right? That can slide like this, right? And there'll be an end cap on the back to stop it from coming out too far, and the same with the front. And the drawer will be able to slide in and out under my desk. What are you thinking? What do you think, folks? 3 USB hubs on board, so I can plug in mini daughter boards. What about son boards? Can't just have your daughters. So hoping you would attach wheels to your feet. To my feet? What? Right, dumb. Post-it note and stick it on the oh, right. Right, dumb. Why not just get good industrial drawer slides? They're made to hold many thousands of pounds and are cheap. Because I don't need to hold many thousands of pounds, and drawer slides don't help me. I can't find drawers. I need really thin, wide, but shallow, thin and shallow drawers, and they don't exist. That is the problem. So the drawers can't be more than 220 millimeters deep, and they need to be able to come out as far as possible, and I want them wide, like 500 to 600 millimeters wide, and you can't buy them. They don't exist. Ever seen a toolbox? Yeah, I've got one in my garage. Those drawers are too deep. I want thin, really, really thin. I want a little bit thicker than a screwdriver. Super, super thin. How does a box with magnets help me to slide it in and out when I need stuff? Anyone watch Dave's Garage? Software drag racing, C++ versus C# versus Python. How about me making something that works how I want it to? Yeah, what a great idea, Mark. Will Sam control it? Open drawer. No, it won't be automated. It'll be automated with my hand and a handle. Double drawer slide. Sounds like a double drawer slide. Double drawer, no, double, anyway. Oh, Quixotic Geek. It's okay, you missed all the toilet humour, which I also missed as well. So that's okay. I'm going to... the nice thing about trying this is if it doesn't work, I can unscrew it and I haven't wasted anything, right? So, you know... Yeah, I'm not going to cut my desk. Yeah, we covered the test jig for the Reflow Masters. I can't test jig them. I need to test the screws. And the only way to test the screw terminals is to use them. Tons of slides made for various of them drawers. There are, but there are no drawers. Once again, I need the drawers to be a specific size. I've spent... Okay, I'm not going to go into this again. Yeah. Chris, you're right. I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm doing it wrong. All good. I'm going to move on. I can test the contacts of the screw terminals. I can't test the screws clamped themselves. The extrusion is for my optical inspection project, but I think I've got a design for some custom drawers to go under my desks that are very specific sizes. So I'm going to put together, just to try it, to see, to hold all my my tools. So a very narrow, wide, slide-out drawer that I can put all my tools in and get them off my desk would be really nice. I know that I'll end up making a mess in the drawer, but at least I can hide it, right? You could build a screw-turning robot arm. It'll only take a minute. Yeah. Um, what am I making now? What? What? I tell you what, I did buy something yesterday from Melbourne. I might have it today or tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I'm going to attempt to do something very stupid with heat, with something. Anyway, I have an idea for something to help me with my rework. Can I use shelves? Yeah, I don't want shelves. Like, I've got shelves right now there. The problem with shelves is you got to stack things on them and then things fall off when you pull them. And yeah, I like it hidden. Yeah. Yeah. I think drawers would be great. I've been looking, for ages. And I've got plenty of desk space in front of me that I could build drawers that I could store stacks of stuff. But I want them all really thin. Really, really thin. How did the paste machine sensors go? Yeah, they're still, I just showed that before. They're still on my desk. They're all wired up now. And I've started writing code for it. But I'm not touching my stenciling machine until I finish this large order, because it's the one board type, the Feather S2s, and I'm not touching it. I've got it aligned, and until the job is done, actually no, that, and then I need to build more tiny S2s. Once I'm free, once I've got like 3 or 4 days where I'm not building, where I don't need the stencil machine, then I'll somehow find a way of wiring this thing up to it. Use your extrusion as wanted, but attach a full extrusion side on each side to the frame you attach to your table. But why? Why do I need to attach extrusion to the table? Could you make a drawer for each tool and motorize the drawers and program Sam to open? Yeah, I could. Someone suggested that before, David, but it really doesn't need to be automated. I've got a hand, like I'm sitting right here, I can just open the drawer and close it. Like, not everything has to be automated. Not everything has to run off Sam. Look up line and drawer rails. They're shallow and the drawer extends full depth. Okay. Yaz and I spent about 2 months looking for drawers for my desks that match my specific requirements, which is the size and depth and how deep this way and how thick. And we cannot find, I found one set of drawers only. They were $149 and they were $200 to ship. Right? And I wanted 3 and I wasn't going to spend $1,000 on 3 drawers. So Sam used to be called Hal before he was called Sam. And yes, I had all of the jokes coded in. I've still got that code somewhere. But getting voice recognition software to understand Hal is actually quite tricky. Yes, it would have been considerably faster than using a plain Python. Oh, okay, we're still talking about that. How many levels of drawers? 1. I want 1 drawer, 1 wide, like 1.5 meters or 1.2 meters wide, 250 deep, and as thin as possible. Can't buy them. Burn the witch. Yeah, not everything has to be automated. Like the steppers alone would... anyway, whatever. MDF, tape measure, saw, glue, screws, etc. Just saying. Yeah, I could make them out of wood, absolutely. Sure. But I've got a whole bunch of extrusion here. And again, I could assemble the whole thing and then go, you know what? It's not working, and pull it apart and reuse it. What for? To hold all my tools that are on my desk. My screwdrivers, my pliers, my cutters, my knives, Even all my microcontrollers could be sitting in it. I want to get all my stuff off my desk. I want to tidy up the desk. And everything I need to put in it's really thin. It's all super thin. So, yeah. Yeah, but the slides aren't the problem, guys. There's no drawers to match them. Okay. Building your own sometimes is the way to go. When I built my desk, I built the drawer that's like 3 inches deep, 3 foot long, but 2 foot wide. Right, sometimes you want a custom setup. My issue is I've got controls for my rising, lowering my desks, and I've got brackets holding the desk up that only allows me to go a certain depth. So yeah, have you seen those kitchen magnet knife racks? Yeah, I've got one here. I've got 2 of them actually. That's not what I want. I don't want hanging tools on my wall. I want them concealed. I don't want to see them when I'm not using them. That's why I want to put them in drawers. Yeah, there'll always be something that doesn't fit in. That's fine. But I've got at least 80% of the things that I want to stow away can fit in. Probably more. 90% of the things can stow away. Why are people against these? People just like arguing with me. Like, I say, hey, I'm going to do this. And everyone goes, hang on. You're doing it wrong. That's okay. Just wait till you see this new thing I bought and what I'm going to do with it. Boy, that's going to be fun. I might do that on the stream. Maybe I won't. It's not the questioning, it's the use of V-rollers for the slide, which should keep you from pulling the drawer out very far. It'll be far enough. And it depends on how deep I make it. Like at 250, I should be able to get at least 180 sticking out. The way I'm planning on doing it anyway. But we'll see. We'll see. Look, it'll either be good or it'll be bad. But here's the thing. If it's bad, I can just pull it apart and use these things for something else. And I've lost nothing. I've already bought all this stuff. I've already got the V wheels coming, and they're not for this project. They're for something else. So, if it doesn't work, the worst case is I've 3D printed 4 brackets. Big deal. And they go in the bin, and everything else goes back into the pile for something else. Anti-gravity field is the way forward. Oh, that'd be awesome. Can you imagine? Chris, that is gold. That is really good. Please insert another $5 to continue arguing. That's okay. I'm quite happy doing things my way. That's why I keep doing them my way. But that's okay. Like, you know. Yeah, there'll always be tools that don't fit. I've got other places to stick those type of tools. Like for my larger stuff, I've got drawers over there that all my, you know, my wire cutters and bigger things and can go in there. That's fine. They're things I don't use all the time. But for the stuff that I use all the time, you know, like I'm here working and, I need a screwdriver. Like, I don't want to get up, stop what I'm doing, and walk all over there to get a screwdriver. So, if you use more than 2 V-rollers per side, you could pull it all the way out and use another front lip under the desk as a stop. Right, so but then the issue is getting it aligned back in to get it back into the V-rollers possibly. But yeah. Bruce is a pro. Well, I'm not a pro clearly because I do everything wrong, but that's okay. So far all of my wrong ways of doing things work. So will you at least design it with Kai? I'm pretty sure I don't need to design a drawer with KiCad. Or you talking about my other project? My other project doesn't need any custom PCBs. I've already bought the only PCB it needs. Yeah, they didn't give anything away. And it's got some other things to solve, but they're not PCB or electronics related. Yeah. Right, that's the thing. I drop stuff. Like I'll go to get a screwdriver and I'll pull it off, or set a pair of pliers or cutters and I'll pull it off and I'll knock something on the way, and then I've got a whole bunch of stuff in front that's fallen, and then I can't tidy it then and there because I'm in the middle of doing something, and then I don't get around to tidying it. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. As I said, it'll either work or it won't work. Yeah, it is cryptic. I spoke to Alan, my mate Alan, about it. He thinks it's a good idea. I don't think it's going to be good enough, what I'm going to make, but there are ways of making it much better. But I don't want to try that. I don't want to spend more on those things until I've tried this first. But yeah, there's going to be... you meant the drawer, what? Well, at least you can... I know you meant the drawer, but I'm not going to design it, no. Probably not even going to design it in Fusion 360. Not to pull completely out, just far enough to everything, stop the underside. Well, that's what I'm planning right now, that it'll stop at the back of the wheels. The wheels closer together gives me more wobble, right? But not that much wobble that I won't be able to move in and out. The further apart I have the wheels, the less wobble I'll get. But the less I'll be able to pull it out. But you've got to remember, these things aren't going to weigh much at all. Like, yeah, the amount of weight that's going to be inside them is going to be negligible. You predicted my next question. Is it a Bitcoin mining reflow oven? It's not. Very close though, Mike, very close. You should look up how a jeweler's workbench is designed. It may provide good inspiration for organizing tiny tools. Yeah, I've seen jeweler's workbenches. I've seen all sorts of crazy ones. And again, I don't want tools in front of me here. And I don't want shelves and drawers. I'm a minimalist person. I want empty desk. No drawers, no shelves. That's what I want. Yeah. Like, I get the whole having little compartments everywhere for everything, and having them arrayed around you so you can reach the same no matter where you are and all that stuff like jewelers have. Yeah, not what I'm looking for. Reflow soldering on a GPU. It's all the rage. Yeah, that'd be interesting actually. I could get myself like an old 980 Ti, stick it sideways on my desk, and I could reflow on it. Little small boards, but yeah. Better to mine Ethereum. Yeah, I don't do any mining of any type of coins. I have my tools to my right. Let's have a look at what is Johnny's link. It's a Thingiverse link, so it can't be Wick Astley, but well, I hope it's not. Right, so that's Johnny's little tool thing on Thingiverse. Yeah, but again, I don't want those things on my desk necessarily. A jeweler's workbench is, hang on. Images. Here we go. So, I mean, there's all different types, but I think what Chris is referring to is the older school. Yeah, I mean, this is insane. This one is insane, but desks where you got stuff all the way around you. Do what I do with tools, have them all over the place on the floor and boxes everywhere. Well, that's what I used to do. That's what I do now, and I hate it. So like desks, they're designed where you can have stuff around you. Everything's in arm's reach. You got different levels of drawers. I mean, these are all not necessarily. But yeah, not this is. Yeah. So I'll show you, hang on, if I can, let me see if I can find I don't know if I'll be able to find this, but if I can, I'll show you what my pre-being a maker desk used to look like. If I can find it. And then maybe you'll understand what I'm looking for. Not going to happen, but that's okay. LM. Wow, it's 9 o'clock already. Let me see. You want it just like that? Yeah, I don't want it just like that, but that's okay. I use 19-inch rack drawers. 19-inch wide rack drawers, yeah. Do you have a picture? Prolux Electronics. Hi, by the way. Do you have a picture of your things? Wouldn't mind having a look. Where is this? Gotta find. Can I find my old... I have some pictures of... Maybe not... I thought I had pictures of my old desk set up. Just give me a couple more seconds. Might looking on my other Mac. Oh, right. Bet you it's in here. Okay, this is what my desk used to look like. And that was cluttered for me. Even in different colors. There you go. That was my desk. With all my RGB goodness. Okay? So, I don't want to see tools all over my desk. That's what I'm going for. I don't mind having a super thin drawer underneath. I mean, I'm never going to get that, right? I can't. No. As a maker, I'm never going to get that. But that's what I'm looking for. I want minimalist. I have a jeweler's bench, great for jewelry making, but the bench top is very high. You're working very close to eye level. Yeah. Yeah, I love Adam Savage's workshop videos that he does and about all his storage and everything. It's great, but it's a different type of stuff he does. So, yeah. Like, I want when I'm finished working and I put everything away, I want my desk to look empty. Desk look like that for the photo, then a week, then a complete mess. No, that was my desk for years. Like, that's right. But that was pre-maker. That was my desk game dev. Right? And it was a standing desk and my chair was underneath. And whenever I wanted to sit, I'd lower it and I'd sit down. But most of the time I'd be standing. So, like, I know I can't achieve that, but I want to be able to, when I clear my desk is clear. If that makes sense. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I'm after. It's not going to happen, but I want to get close. Check my recent edition. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's cool. Yeah. 3D printer in the cupboard. And it slides out. Nice. Excuse me. What's this? What's the brown box? What's in that? Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, everyone's. Let's see what Quixotic Geek wants. Desk. Oh no. Okay. See, I get that. I get it, but that's not what I want. Like even when that's all nice and tidy, that's chaos. I don't want that on my. I don't want to see that on my desk when I'm not working. But that's me. You're putting a CNC on the other side. That's really cool. The wooden spike on the belly side. Yeah, what's this? Is that too? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yes, there was a external hard drive on my desk. Okay. Anyway, so it's 9 o'clock. I need to start pick and placing. I will probably leave the rest of these Reflow Masters to. I'll solder them up later today, maybe. I have OCD, 2C on. I don't like cables, etc. For me, it's not an OCD thing. I just like everything away isn't the same as everything tidy. Like I just sometimes I like a clean canvas, if that makes sense, when I'm working. Sometimes I just don't want distractions around me, and so having tools or piles of stuff or little shelves with things on them is distraction. But it's very hard not to have distraction as a maker because there's just so much bits and pieces everywhere. I don't have to VC on you my desk. No, you don't. That and the fact that you're pretty far away from me. Yeah. The slide out drawer, desk drawer is good. Just need a panel to cover the drawer so it can be a surface as well. I don't need the extra surface. Like I've got stacks of surface, but right now the surface is littered with stuff. Like I've got more surface than anyone should need. I shouldn't say that, but you know what I mean. Like we can all do with more surface space. I get that, but like most of the time, my surface is littered with stuff that has no home. And yeah, woman. The word you want is woman. Why? What do I want? No. Why? What's woman got to do with you wanting a desk like that and me not wanting to use it? Sorry. Or did I say something without thinking? Right, because we fill it with stuff. Exactly, Reed. But the problem for me is I fill it with stuff because I don't have a place for all of these things to live. I have no illusions that my desk won't be continually messy forever, but I don't have a place for a lot of this stuff to live, and I don't want a box to pile stuff in, or I don't want a deep drawer to pile stuff on, and I don't want a multi-level drawer. Like Angus did a really cool video recently, whenever it was, a few months ago, where he did different layers of stuff. And he used EVA foam for cutouts, and this stuff could go in here and then another layer and whatever. I don't want that because I don't want to forget, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be lifting things up to looking for things underneath. That's why I want really wide and one layer super thin. So when I open a drawer, I can see everything at once. I know everything that's in there. The woman thing was aimed at Mark. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I wasn't sure. Why should it be woman and not female? Okay, I'm going to stay out of this conversation. I'm the same as you. I don't have the space to organise like I would like to. I totally understand where you're coming from. I have the space to organise. I don't want to organise that way, if that makes sense. Like The thing, like, if I open a drawer and I have to dig through to get something, I've failed. I don't want to do that. Whether I've got enough discipline, self-discipline, to always put everything away neatly so I don't have to dig, I don't know. But until I've got that, I won't ever know, right? Female is an adjective. If needs to go with some noun to make sense. Female athlete, female cat. It doesn't work on its own. I want a dark. That's actually... Right, that makes a lot of sense. Quixotic geek. Kaizen 2 color foam. When tool is not there, you know. I don't know if I need color foam. Like, when the tool's not there, I'll know because it won't be there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I need to solve that specifically yet. But, I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. But, it's time for pick and placing. And any kind of organisation would be good for me. I have the same philosophy, though. Yeah. It's just hard to do. Like, I can't find anything that suits what I would like to buy. Like, even those 3 drawers that would have cost me $1,000, like, I was tempted, but they weren't really exactly what I wanted either. They would have been a compromise, and a lot of money for a compromise. And this might not work. Fine. And if it doesn't work, I can build wooden ones or whatever. Like, I can buy rails and whatever. Like, they don't even need to be... Like, it could just be a drawer that I slide out. Like, it doesn't need to have nice rolling action. You know, I could just get some... It could be sitting on felt, and I could just slide the drawer out. It can come all the way out. I don't care. I can take it out and put it on my desk. Like, it's not about getting the perfect moving mechanic. It's about getting the right height and width and depth of what I want for my stuff. Add some slides to your extrusion drawer. Sure. As I said, it's not about the sliding motion or anything like that. That's all. It's about the size and shape of the drawer. That's really funny. Yeah. Yeah, now I can't get Ferengi's out of my head either. Okay. Rack mount sides would be fine. Anyway, we'll see. Yep. Mark's going. I'm going. Bye. Is that good? Mark, did that work? Keep it from dumping on my lap. Sure. I don't want to pull them out so far and they land on the floor. That'd be annoying. But that's pretty easy to fix, right? Just a little stopper. Anyway. Bye, everyone. Have a fantastic week ahead. What's left of the week? Well, for many of you, it's a lot still. And I'll catch you, next week. So, yeah. Okay. It's always crazy chat, Aaron. Always. But thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. Bye, everyone. Take care. Except, where's the end thing? There it is.